All right, let's make a song. So I will be honest, I already do have the riff for the song. So I was watching Netflix. I was watching You, which is came out in 2018. So that's a 7-year-old show. Don't ask why it took me 7 years to jump to the chase, but I did jump to the chase. So basically, I'm noodling on my guitar. I stumble across this riff. It's a picking pattern I stole from John Mayer, and it goes from C7 to F to G. Nice little 1-4-5. Anyways, I think today we're gonna, shoot that into the DAW, play around a little bit, see what we can do. So let's do that. For all those interested, I will be posting TikToks daily. I will be doing YouTube weekly. If I don't, you have full permission to deck me in the face. Fucking boom. I'm giving you full permission, but only if I don't. And that's your side of the bargain. That's my side of the bargain. Your side of the bargain is if I do that, you have to subscribe, follow, and send me cookies.
A little bit more dense. So fudgy.
All right, I think that's a fair transaction. Anyways, we're gonna make this into a full-fledged song. It's gonna be the bomb. So let's get into it. Okay, so I was doing my guitar track, and I had caps lock on, and I accidentally called it Guitar. So I wanted to call the song Guitar, so we're gonna rename this file Guitar. That sounds like a slur. That sounds really inappropriate for some reason. So first, let me show you the picking pattern. So in case you're wondering, yeah, it's literally, like I said before, C7 into F into G. The picking pattern, if you know, you know, it's from Stop This Train and also from Who Says. And the cool thing is you can also do it on any chords. You can do it over anything. Right, you can do that it's almost like just like a up down up down. I've been playing guitar for 7 years. Anyways though, I've been doing that. It's all muscle memory. And honestly, like if you're a budding guitarist or you're a budding musician, literally me watching you on Netflix and just dicking around on the guitar is literally how I've discovered, I would say maybe 90% of my guitar riffs. All right, so I've set the BPM to a smooth 89 beats per minute. We're on tempo. So we're gonna snip this bad boy off like an umbrella chord. Umbrella chord. Umbrella. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this end part. All right, so I did some thinking, and that's nice and all, but I do think this would sound a lot better with another guitar. So I think we're gonna add a lead guitar. All right, so this is track 2. We're gonna call this Guitar 2. So we're gonna cook something up here. So what I like to do when I'm, trying to like think of like another guitar part, I'm just gonna loop this. I'm gonna loop 4 bars here. I'm just gonna, try to cook something up. So let's see what we got. So I like that first part where I let it play a little bit and I go. I'm gonna go off that, I think. I like that a lot, actually. Where does that go, though? Just move it down. I like that, actually. Hold up. Alright. We're doing a grocery haul. Dude, I've got fucking goldfish and now my seat is looking a little disgusting. I think goldfish is a very good snack. Very underrated. It's a good 7.5 out of 10. Anyways, we're buying groceries. I'm quite excited. I just came back from a 3-hour college seminar, so that was exciting. But now we're buying groceries. It's 9:18. I'm a little bit tired from putting in that work, but that's what you gotta do. Currently at Wegmans. my preferred shop. I like ShopRite too, but I think Wegmans is a little bit bougie, but sometimes I think also, you know, nutrition is one of those things where you can take you can be a little more bougie. We're gonna get some stuff. I'm very excited. Let's go. All right, I want like a meat for dinner. Thinking steak.
Yeah, this looks pretty nice. So I can buy.
I'm being so serious, the best cereal ever. I'm gonna get both normal and berries. However, I'm more of a regular kind of guy. I think too many people are like, you know, like I saw the one that's like only it was like just the berries, and like I think that's a little much. Like I think people are forgetting how good regular Captain Crunch is. One of my hot takes. I wrote down on my grocery list something snacky. I don't know what that pertains. Maybe Doritos. It's definitely snack. I guess that works. I only drink diet soda, so we're gonna find a nice diet soda. I tried actually for one of the first times not diet soda with my friend. For a while I was like, oh, there's no difference, and I think I was coping. I will be honest, there is a difference. However, I don't want to drink my calories. I'm thinking cherry Coke. Let's get that. All right. All the groceries are paid except for one exception. Those core powers cost me $52. I know I was, fucking yapping about health and Wegmans and like, oh, this is the best. $52? I don't have $52. What are you doing? So, put those back. It was one of the most humiliating. I had to go to the attendant and ask her, can you void this and put it back for me? Because I'm a broke little bitch boy who can't afford $52 worth of protein shakes. So that's what happened. Now broke bitch boy is gonna drive home and work on his song. So I'll catch you there. Okay, so I did some thinking. I think the main part should be the acoustic fingerpicking pattern. I think that's what needs to stand out. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have 2 bars of the acoustic followed by this lead. I think that'll run on for, say, 3 bars. And then after that, the outro is gonna be another 2 bars of acoustic. So it's like a sandwich. Let me tell you something, dude. I'm a big believer in small victories, right? I think that when you give yourself a big task, like, oh, you're gonna make an album, like that's for me. For you, it could be like whatever the fuck you're doing, at home, right? It's all about the fucking small victories, dude. Because there's no way I'd be able to do this all in one sitting, no shit, right? And it's like, I think like if you don't give yourself those small victories, you're gonna get so lost in the sauce, dude. Anyways, our small victory for the day was doing this part, right? But maybe your small victory is fucking taking out the trash. Dude, sometimes a small victory is just doing a fucking chore, right? Maybe your small victory is just doing the laundry. My challenge for all the boys and girls out there watching this YouTube video, complete a small victory. I don't know what that might be for you. Might be doing the laundry. So if you're watching this, go do your fucking laundry, all right? All right, so as promised, I'm going to duplicate this bad boy. So like I said before, I think I'm going to have this bad boy go here. I think I want 3 of these. Watch this quick math. So if you got eyeballs, you can see that this bad boy is we got 2 bars here, or measures. Measures are the little ones. Sorry, because we're in 4/4. Then we got 3 bars, or sorry, it's 6 bars of this guitar, and we got 3 of these bad boys. I think that middle section, I also, as previously stated, I'm going to add a bass, I think. And so it'll kind of, like I said, a little sandwich, right? So you're going to start off with your little, finger picking pattern. And then you get you get the deli meats, you get the BLT. I was thinking about this a lot. I think free will is a fucking wonder of society. It's a privilege. They use that privilege to buy bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwiches, BLTs. What the fuck are we doing, dude? You need to be, you weren't raised right. You need to be fucking slapped across the face. If you couldn't tell already, I'm not a great not a great bassist. So I'm kind of just gonna play the 5th and hope that sounds all right. just went to Panera. I went to Best Buy to get a mic. I went to Best Buy, and there's a Panera by the Best Buy. I was like, I need to treat myself after treating myself to $100 microphone. So, a lot of treating, a lot of treats today, right? I go in there, and I'm like, okay, can I get a pastry? I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I didn't want to sit down. I want to eat in my car. So I was like, can I just get a pastry? Or I was like, what's your favorite pastry? Because the girl was cute, and I want to talk to her, and I didn't know, like, and I'm also just indecisive. I was just like, what's your favorite pastry? The first thing she said was this thing with almonds, and I hate nuts. I like peanuts, like I like peanut butter, and that's about it. And then I just lied to her. I was like, I have an allergy to nuts. Guys, I don't have an allergy to nuts. And I feel really bad. I feel really guilty right now. I want to go back in there and apologize, but that would be way worse. Anyways, I was like, what's your second favorite? And she said, the cinnamon roll. So now we got a Panera cinnamon roll. So, not bad. However, there's another elephant in the room. A lot of fucking elephants in this room for some reason. The audio levels are way off. This bad boy needs to be mixed, mastered, and get a little chef's kiss. So we got all the... This is how I think about it when I'm making a song. We got all the building blocks down. Everything that needs to be recorded is recorded. Now we gotta mix and master. If you try to listen to this right now, it sounds like a headache. Sounds like I'm getting fucking attacked. A lot of people, and including me when I first started making songs, it's like, how do you when everything sounds muddy and like that, how do you, what do you do? Before I answer those though, I'm actually going to use a compressor. Okay, so I checked Guitar 1, and it really didn't need a compressor, but Guitar 2 does need a compressor. So if you don't know what a compressor is basically, it will compress audio after a certain threshold. So if you look at here, look at this gray line. This is what the audio is. It's staying around minus 18, and then it goes up here, minus 12. These loud parts, it's going past minus 12. So we're going to put a compressor on around minus 15, and it's not going to be too harsh. I think that's fine. Now, if I'm going to be quite frank, I think this bass, for sure, dude, this, even when I was recording, I was like, dude, this thing needs a fucking... Usually it is the bass too. Again, I don't really know how to play it, so some things I'm strumming louder than others. So look at this. We're at minus 18. We're around minus 18. Now we're at minus 12. What are we doing over there? Now we're all the way up here. That's too loud. And it's like, if it's too quiet, you could turn it up, but that's not the problem. It's the levels. It's relative. So we got that. Now, if you listen, still sounds muddy, right? EQing, all right? There are different frequency ranges, and in a song, different instruments reside at different parts, and you don't want things to overlap too much, right? So we have a bass, right? A bass is lower, like lower octave, right? So you want to EQ the high stuff out of the bass, and you want to EQ the low stuff out of the guitar. So I'm going to take out this low stuff. I don't want anything in the hundreds. I want this to live in the 300 to 1,000 range. So we're gonna boost it up here, just a tad. We're gonna definitely get rid of here. We're gonna boost up here. This 1K, yeah, you can live here. And also keep in mind, we have another guitar part, and it's on the electric. It's a little bit higher frequencies, in my opinion, which is factual. I never say incorrect opinions, so you always have to listen to me, especially when I tell you to subscribe. That's good. So now we're gonna do the same thing with the bass. We can take out some of these subs. I mean, you don't want super low is not a lot of that's where a bass, that's where a kick drum will live. That's where a sub bass, if you're making a trap song, will live. Once we get here, we want a pretty big cutoff, right? We don't want any of these guys. So we're gonna get the same bad boy we've been using. We're gonna take down some of these. Again, we don't need these, and we don't have to kill them, but we want to suppress them. And then once you get super high, I mean, this song doesn't need a lot of super high frequency, so we're gonna just limit it a little bit. I want him more 200 to 2K, and I want this guy I don't want the two. I think that's what the clashing is. I think it is the bass a little bit, but I think it's also the two guitars. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I did to Guitar 2, but this guy is way too quiet. Squeetar 2 is getting a fucking makeover. Let's see what we got. Alrighty, that was the vid. Before you guys do leave me, I really want to hammer home a few things. Main thing is just I'm not gonna joke around. Just stay posted on this channel. Stay posted on the TikTok. There will be fun, adventurous, cool things. Got a lot in store. If you are a guitar fan, even if you're not, just please, do that. Secondly, this album is coming out sooner than you think, and you should be fucking giddy about it. All right, if you're not giddy about this thing, maybe something's like a little cuckoo, because it's like you should be fucking so excited. This album's gonna be the shit. What else? That's about all. Thanks for watching.